It must have been a couple of years ago, I thought. I couldn't remember every detail, but I could remember Elaine's face. She had aged wonderfully. One of those women who was nearly 50 and had managed to keep her figure the whole time. Razor-sharp cheekbones that would cut you if you dared to even think about getting close. She was sitting on her best asset, opposite my desk with a cigarette on. It wasn't in an elegant cigarette holder, but I couldn't help sketching one into my memory. She was wearing a tight pencil skirt with a slit that went to halfway up her thigh, and she had excellently toned, deep, dark, lightly freckled legs. A tan obtained through years of holidays to Spain or Greece or Turkey, or wherever had the best sun-to-price tag ratio. I had always liked her. She was the mum you could have fun with. You could tell by the way she dyed her neat little bob a brunette shade that had just a hint of brilliant red that only showed when light from behind haloed her. It was like a secret signal to the initiated that said, "I'm fun, play with me." She wasn't a happy self any more, though, for obvious reasons. "I've never been to your office before, Joe." "That's a good thing," I said. She fiddled with her cigarette and didn't always look at me. "Have you heard from Rory lately?" "No," was all I said. It's not like you can officially announce that a friendship is dead, but she must have known. There wasn't a body, but considering it hadn't been seen for almost a decade, I'm sure any reasonable judge would issue a death certificate. "I'm worried about him." She put it out there in the middle of the room, as though we might both take a step back and consider it from a distance. It was for me to pick up or leave, as I saw fit. Except it wasn't. If I didn't pick it up, it would be forced on me soon enough, and I would have to endure more painful small talk in the meantime. "When was the last time you heard from him?" I asked. "I don't even remember. And Talia? She doesn't tell me anything." I was uncomfortable. I don't like having clients who know me from before. It makes me vulnerable. I can't be the cool-headed, cold-hearted bastard that the job needs. I was about to tell her there was nothing I could do, but she read it in my face before I had the chance. "I just want to know he's okay. I ain't heard a thing from him in years," she pleaded. She might have been turned down 1,000 times from the way her voice shook with desperation. Maybe she had. She could have been to the police, probably had. But he wasn't really a missing person, just missing from her life. And they don't have an estranged families department. Mrs. Sweet, I was trying to pacify her. It didn't work. "I ain't seen him since before his dad died, and for God's sake, Joe, don't call me Mrs. Sweet. I didn't like that even when you were a kid." She took a drag on her cigarette. I stayed calm. "He didn't go to the funeral?" That surprised me. Rory was an idiot sometimes, but never heartless. His own dad's funeral, I couldn't believe it. "Neither did you?" I didn't have a response for that. The truth was that I didn't go because I wanted to avoid just this kind of situation. "Do it for us, Joe, for everything we did for you." That was a lot, for sure, but I don't like being blackmailed, either emotionally or the real kind, so I shut her down as lightly as I could. "I'm sorry. Maybe if he was still my friend, or maybe if I thought he gave a shit about me, I would feel inclined to help, but as it is, I'm trying to run a business here. I don't have any money, Joe." So that's what she thought of me. Fine, I didn't care, and that was that. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Sweet."